All right, you're ready to seal the deal and book that Disney World vacation. Your budget? $5,000. How are you going to spend it to secure the best trip ever? Well, we have a suggestion or two. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and I got a different type of video to throw your way today. This one's going to give you 3 specific Disney World itineraries to help you make the most out of your $5,000 budget for your upcoming vacation. What types of itineraries, you might ask? Well, one is going to be aimed to families with younger children. The next is going to cover travel parties that have an older kid in the mix. And the last one is for you adults-only dream trippers. Do you and your travel party fit one of the following categories? Then you've come to the right place. Even if your travel party looks a bit different than the ones I'm covering today, you can use this video as a springboard for budgeting and planning. Now, please keep in mind while watching this video that prices at Disney World change frequently. So for many of these experiences, I'm going to be providing you with a rough estimate that reflects current prices listed toward the end of November or around the Thanksgiving season. If you're planning on using one of the following itineraries, please provide yourself with budgeting wiggle room and also do a bit of research for the following experiences to make sure there's something you're interested in and to see what the exact cost is going to look like for you and your travel party. These itineraries also do not include airfare or car travel. Okay, enough of the disclaimer. Let's get started with itinerary number 1. Trip 1 is 2 adults and 2 kids, 9 and under. For this itinerary, I'm going to look into more affordable accommodations for 3 reasons. First, the value resorts have a lot more family-friendly options with colorful character themes that the kids are going to get a big kick out of. Second, if you plan on spending more time playing in the parks and less time hanging at your hotel, then there's no need to spend the extra cash on a deluxe room. 3, I'm going to make this a longer trip so that you and your family have plenty of time to explore the parks and have a break day too. So let's book a room over at All Star Movies for a 7-night stay. 7-night stay at All Star Movies is going to cost you around $1,379. If you add in standard park ticket prices for around $2,170, you're looking at a starting price of $3,549. Yep, money goes fast here, but no sweat, you got the worst part out of the way. Let's start off the trip by heading over to Magic Kingdom. We gotta say hello to Cinderella Castle first. That's the law. Now, something that's going to be a big money saver for you and your travel party is to make sure you've brought all your refillable water bottles. So make sure to pack those ahead of time. Before you begin hitting up those Fantasyland rides, like It's a Small World and Peter Pan's Flight, go ahead and split 2 waffles at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. There are a few breakfast options you can choose from here, but an old fan favorite is that fresh fruit waffle sandwich with plenty of Nutella. Price estimate here is about $20. After soaring across London with Peter and his crew at Peter Pan's Flight, dancing in a ballroom full of ghosts at Haunted Mansion, and screaming your heart out on the wildest ride in the wilderness, aka Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, BTMRR, it'll be time for lunch. Now, since you're already in Frontierland, make your way over to Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe for a burrito bowl Tex-Mex goodness. Let's go ahead and order drinks here too. Magic Kingdom's water bottle filling stations are kind of sparse at the moment, and your water bottles might be starting to feel a little light. So price estimate here is $65. Time for some ride-throughs in Adventureland. Once you're finished riding Jungle Cruise and Pirates of the Caribbean and maybe the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, unless you were able to somehow talk your way out of that one, then it's time for a round of Dole Whips and extra drinks. Price estimate, $50. Go ahead and budget a souvenir for the kiddos here. There are a ton of new Mickey and Minnie ear designs that have been released recently that they might want to sport for the rest of the vacation, so the price estimate on that, $65. On to Tomorrowland. You've got some rides to accomplish here like Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, and People Mover, of course, as well as a couple shows that'll help you escape the heat like Carousel of Progress and Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. While you're in Tomorrowland, grab some supper for a reasonable price at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Don't forget the plastic cheese for an extra $1 before you make your way back to Main Street USA to find a spot for those fireworks. And you can refill your water bottles at Cosmic Rays. There is a water refill station here. Maybe unavailable. Usually you can use it, but these days you never know. Price estimate, $50. On to day 2. Since Magic Kingdom was such a big day, let's go to a park that feels more relaxing, Disney's Animal Kingdom. Before you head out, grab a bite to eat for breakfast from the All Star Movies quick service location, World Premiere Food Court. Also, did you remember to refill your water bottles? Better go do that. Price estimate, $35. Now let's get to that dino. Actually, let's go see all the animals. Elephants, flamingos, tigers, giraffes. There's so much to explore here. Walk the paths of the Maharaja Jungle Track or take a guided tour on the Kilimanjaro Kilimanjaro safaris, you're bound to get plenty of animal pictures, and you're also bound to work up an appetite. For lunch, try out Flame Tree Barbecue, one of our favorites. They'll provide you with big portions at reasonable prices. Price estimate here, $55. After hitting up the other rides in Animal Kingdom, hopefully the line for Flight of Passage will be a little less intense, maybe. So spend the rest of your evening over in Pandora, World of Avatar, to fly on the back of a Banshee and to meet the shaman on the Navi River journey. Between rides, you can grab a fun Night Blossom drink at Pongu Pongu. The Bursting Boba really packs a flavorful punch to this already fruity drink, and your kids are going to love it. Price estimate here, $30. And when it's dinner time, you can head over to Satuli Canteen for some of the most unique quick service options available on Disney property. Don't forget desserts here. The blueberry cheesecake with passion fruit curd and the chocolate cake with crunchy cookie, banana cream, and goji berries are not only tasty, but very picturesque. Oh, and if nobody in your party is planning to get the cheeseburger pods, you need to fix that. Price estimate here, $90. Okay, that was a packed couple of days. Let's take a breather on day 3 and sleep in a bit. Hope you pack some granola and protein bars. You're going to start the day with a light breakfast to prevent stomach cramps while swimming, because that's totally a real thing. That's right. It's finally time to hit up the Fantasia pool that the kids have probably been begging to test out since you arrived. And if the t-shirt dyeing activity is going on while you're at the pool, you may want to bond over some family crafting time. Price estimate there, $75. Now note here, we're estimating prices on things like souvenirs and dyeing t-shirts. Those are some of the things you can scale back on to get your flight money if you need to incorporate that into your $5,000 budget. Okay, let's wrap things up in the pool and get changed back in the room real quick. Everyone started to get a little peckish, so it's time to find some lunch. Let's take a bus over to Disney Springs and grab a hot sandwich over at Earl of Sandwich before you start your window shopping. Price estimate at Earl, $55. Across from Earl of Sandwich is the Disney Pin Trader Store, where you can grab the kiddos a couple of Disney Pin starter sets. They can use them to trade off pin boards scattered throughout Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Price estimate, $55. After spending some more time browsing store to store, consider playing a round of mini golf over at Fantasia Gardens near the Swan and Dolphin hotels. The adult with the lowest score has to treat everyone to pizza that evening. Price estimate, $55. Great game. Now it's time to head back to the hotel and nap a bit before dinner. Remember that pizza? You can order an entire pizza at the World Premiere Food Court and get dinner for $35. You can wrap up the night back at the pool to watch a movie under the stars. Wonder what's playing tonight. Now, after a relaxing break day, it's time to tackle Epcot. You got a big character meal for dinner this evening, so make sure not to fill yourself up too much during the day. Instead, snack your way around the World Showcase for breakfast and lunch. During the festivals, you'll have a ton of options to choose from. Even the kiddos should be able to find options they enjoy too. Price estimate for that snacking lunch, $65. Ready for some scavenger hunts? As you make your way around the World Showcase, check out each KidCot station to find activities for the kids. The KidCot activities are totally free, and if you collect a KidCot baggie from each of the 11 countries, you'll be able to win an exclusive postcard. Just show your collection of KidCot items to any of the KidCot locations, and they'll be able to get you your prize. Now, there's another free scavenger hunt over at the Seas Pavilion. After you ride the seas with Nemo and friends, be sure to pick up a complimentary Dory and Friends scavenger hunt booklet at Sea Base, jam-packed with aquatic riddles, puzzle, and stickers. If the kids are super into this whole scavenger hunt thing, you can keep the fun moving along by checking out whatever seasonal Epcot Festival scavenger hunt might be available during your visit. After you complete a festival game board, you can redeem it for an exclusive prize. But that scavenger hunt is not free. The price estimate here is $9. And now it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the character dining over at Garden Grill. You and your travel party will not only get to say hello to Mickey, Pluto, Chip, and Dale. Why do I sound like I'm an announcer on The Price is Right now? It kind of sounds like that, right? But you'll also be able to dine in Disney World's only slow rotating restaurant, which will rotate above scenes from Living with the Land. Price estimate here is going to be $200 for your family to dine. But remember, it's all you care to eat, so you can just keep on going. After your meal, you got to go ride Living with the Land. I mean, you might as well. You experienced it from above, and you got to experience it firsthand now, right? And wrap up the evening with a ride on Soarin' Around the World, where you can travel the globe in 5 minutes. Now that's efficient. All right, we've reached the last day of the trip. Let's go out with a bang and Disney's Hollywood Studios. Breakfast is going to be quick again because you're going to have to jump in line early for Rise of the Resistance. So grab some granola bars and jump on the bus. Spend the morning in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge where you'll join the Resistance, navigate the Millennium Falcon, browse the Black Spire Outpost Market, and oh yeah, surprise the kiddos with reservations at the Droid Depot. Now each kid gets to build their very own droid to take home. Price estimate on this one though, $200. Enhance the overall Star Wars experience with a round of blue and green milk for all. Price estimate here is $40. I'm totally okay if you decide to get something different because blue and green milk, not always fan favorites. Now for lunch, the ABC commissary has lots of different options to choose from. You can eat there quickly before exploring the rest of the rides in Hollywood Studios like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Slinky Dog Dash, and Toy Story Midway Mania. Price estimate at ABC commissary, $50. Now you've got another fun-filled dinner ahead. After a quick ride on Star Tours, it's time to head over to your sci-fi dine-in reservations. Nothing quite like eating a cheeseburger and drinking a milkshake in a retro convertible car while watching cheesy black and white movie clips on a projection screen. Price estimate here, $120. Make sure to let the kids sit in the driver's seat. Now, before your final night in the parks wraps up, put a cherry on top of your vacation by watching The Wonderful World of Animation, which will project across the Grauman's Chinese Theater. The grand total for this trip is $4,968. And again, like I said, you could scale back a little bit on those souvenirs, maybe on a couple of those snacks and bring some of your own. And that's where you're going to find the flight cost if you decide to fly there or the gas money if you're driving. Okay, we're launching right into trip number 2, 2 adults and 1 kid age 10 plus. So we're going to make this trip a little bit shorter by skipping over Disney's Animal Kingdom. Sorry if that feels blasphemous to any of you, just trying to save some money for a few bigger budget experiences we'll be throwing into this trip. Let's stay at a moderate resort this time. Disney's Coronado Springs will feel more like a deluxe resort at a moderate price, which should be nice for the adults in the party who are looking for a more upscale resort stay at a better cost. And for your older kiddo, they should be thrilled with that pool over at the dig site. Now, a 5-night stay at Coronado Springs is going to run you around $1,890. When you add a 3-day base ticket for around $1,760 more, then the total for room and park access is going to be around $3,650. For this trip, I'm also going to focus a bit less on the ride experience and more on the table service dining. So without further ado, day 1. Let's start this trip at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Instead of going straight over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you can wait out those initial crowds by visiting Toy Story Land first and grabbing a quick breakfast at Woody's Lunchbox to hold you over. Might I suggest the breakfast bowls? They're filling, but they won't weigh you down. So price estimate here, $30 for breakfast. The line for Slinky Dog Dash is going to be wild, which is okay since that might not be a must-do item for you and your party. Instead, you can ride Toy Story Midway Mania and find out who among you is the ultimate champion of the carnival games. Now, wait a minute. What did your phone just remind you about? That your reservation for Savi's workshop is now? All right, let's go build some authentic Star Wars lightsabers, everyone. How will you customize yours to reflect justice and peace, power and control, elemental nature, or protection and defense? It's all up to you. Price estimate on all those lightsabers, $650. Ouch. After your lightsaber is built and you've finished browsing Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities for any additional accessories, you can go to Backlot Express for lunch. It's one of my favorites. Backlot Express has quick service burgers, sandwiches, chicken strips, salads. Help yourself to a bite and a drink. Price estimate on lunch, $50. Time to watch a show or two. Even if you don't end up riding Rock and Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror during this trip, you can still make your way down Sunset Boulevard to watch Beauty and the Beast live on stage. For dinner, you can dine over at the 50s Primetime Cafe where the servers treat you like family, literally like family. Did they really have to call you out for having your elbows on the table? Enjoy this home-cooked style meal to the fullest by ordering an appetizer, entree, dessert, and what the hey, how about a flavored soda? I always get cherry in mine. Price estimate is $145 on this one. And by the way, every time I order a Diet Coke with cherry flavor, the server needs to tell me that it's no longer a Diet Coke because now the cherry flavor has a bunch of sugar. So just gonna pass that right on to ya. All right, spend day 2 relaxing and reminiscing over your Savi's workshop experience. Maybe you guys need to have some lightsaber battles. And just like Itinerary 1, I'm gonna expect y'all to pack some granola bars and protein bars ahead of time for a quick breakfast option. Even if you don't have them for breakfast, they can still give you that little pick-me-up in the middle of a park day or be good to nosh on if you you stay out way too late and nothing's open to get food. Now, you may be getting a later start to this day if you slept in a little bit, which is totally fine if you did, but when you and the group get up and get around, head over to Disney Springs. After a bit of window shopping, you can have lunch at Blaze Pizza, where you can get a personal brick oven pizza in almost no time at all, as long as the lines are short. Price estimate on that is $50. By the way, Blaze Pizza is a chain. If you've got one in your hometown, you don't want to go there, I would definitely recommend Chicken Guy. As you know, that's my favorite quick service in Disney Springs right now. Now, depending on the time, you might be able to paint back at your hotel during the Colors of Coronado painting experience. This happens every Monday around 2 p.m. Price estimate is $120. Let's just keep swimming and head on over to the next pool and also relax in the hot tub, which has quite a view of that Mayan-style pyramid. And after you're done, walk over to put your name on the list for a table at Three Bridges Bar and Grill at Villa del Lago. Along with your appetizers and main course, the adults can split a sangria flight while your older kiddo can enjoy a nice warm bowl of churros with a side of chocolate dipping sauce. Price estimate for dinner, $125. Get a nice early bedtime tonight so you can get up for a big day tomorrow. Next up, we're headed to Epcot. No granola bars this morning. Instead, enjoy breakfast at Kringla Bakery in the Norway Pavilion, where you can nosh on some sweet and flaky pastries. You got that school bread, those troll horns, lots of good stuff. You can also get your coffee fix here, Viking coffees with Bailey's Irish Cream and Camorra coffee liqueur for the adults, and a frozen coffee with chocolate sauce and coffee crunch bits on top for those under 21. Price estimate here at $50. Similar to the first itinerary, you can snack around World Showcase as you browse all the different pavilions. Price estimate for your snacks today, $60. While you're browsing, make sure to explore some of the side exhibits, like the Shanghai Disneyland exhibit in the China Pavilion, the Bijutsu-Kan Gallery with kawaii decor and Japanese pop culture icons in Japan, and the Palais du Cinema Gallery featuring costumes and props from popular musical productions in France. Now, as long as you're admiring the display, you might as well watch the 18-minute film Impressions de France while you're at it to learn about the French countryside and cities. Now it's time for your meal splurge in the Canada Pavilion. Enjoy a nice signature meal at Le Cellier, famous for its premium steaks and cheddar cheese soup. Price estimate here, $200. Last day of this trip already, time to wrap up at Magic Kingdom. You can start the day over in Fantasyland at Gaston's Tavern, where the group can split 2 of those humongous cinnamon rolls. No one bakes like Gaston. Price estimate is $20. And while you're in the most magical place on earth, try a few of the classic rides like It's a Small World, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Don't forget to watch Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Pierre is a hoot, not to confuse him with an owl. He's definitely a macaw. And since you've spent quite a bit of time in Adventureland so far, why not spend a little more time here and partake in lunch at Jungle Navigation Company Limited Skipper Canteen. The food here is just as adventurous as the name of its land. There's good stuff for picky eaters and good stuff for more adventurous eaters. Price here is $160. We always recommend you sit in the SEA room, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers room. It's our favorite. And you can always request the room you want to sit in. Doesn't guarantee anything, but you can request it. When you're back in Fantasyland, take a relaxing ride on Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. You can also pick up your opera glasses and join Donald on a journey through the 4D show Mickey's PhilharMagic. Since Skipper Canteen was such a big meal, you might prefer snacking your way through dinner. Time to head back to, yet again, Adventureland. If the spring roll cart is open, try a couple of different options. In the past, they've had cheeseburger, buffalo chicken, Reuben, and mac and cheese options. Price estimate here, $30. Now it's time to watch the fireworks. Instead of fighting the masses, consider watching the show from behind Cinderella Castle. You might miss the castle and Main Street projections, but you have a clear and uncrowded view of the fireworks show. Grand total on this trip, $5,340, and we're just a little over budget here. The Savi's Workshop lightsaber building experience definitely pushed this itinerary about $300 over our limit. If you take out the lightsaber customization for 3 people, your grand total will be more around $4,690. However, if that's a must-do experience for you, consider saving back a little bit more than you had originally intended. Or if there are only a couple of people in your party who actually want to build a saber, then the other person can watch the experience instead of participating in it. Anyone paying the money to participate in the lightsaber build at Savi's Workshop is allowed to bring 1 guest free of charge to watch alongside you. All right, trip number 3 is 2 adults. This is the 3rd and final itinerary. It's going to be your living large itinerary. We're talking high-end dining, deluxe hotel rooms, and extravagant add-ons. For this trip, let's stay 4 nights at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. You'll only be in the parks 2 days for this trip, but you'll want to make the most out of those 2 days, meaning you'll need to upgrade those standard park tickets into park hoppers. With 4 nights at the Polynesian, you're looking at spending $2,528, and the 2-day park hoppers are going to run you $665, giving you a starting total of $3,195. Let's start that first day of your adults-only trip at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I feel bad because I left it out in the last itinerary, so I'm apologizing by going there first in this one. Yes, I personify parks. It's cool. Now, before your trip begins, make sure you've purchased Disney's Memory Maker beforehand so you can hit up as many of the PhotoPass locations around the parks as possible. Gotta have those professional pictures to post on Instagram after all. Price estimate here, $169 because you purchased it ahead of time. When Animal Kingdom first opens, head on into Pandora. Get an early morning photo in front of the floating mountains because you want pictures before any potential rainstorms ruin your cute look and make your hair a humidity nightmare. Then grab a speedy breakfast at Pongu Pongu. The Pongu Lumpia is a pineapple cream cheese spring roll, so if you want to start your day with something sweet and not too heavy, this might be the option for you. Price estimate on this, $8. Next up, you can ride Na'vi River Journey, and if the line isn't too incredibly long, you can ride Flight of Passage too. Bing! It's probably getting towards 11 o'clock right now. Time to rope drop Nomad Lounge. Scan the QR code outside the lounge and secure your spot on the virtual wait list. You'll get a text message when it's ready to go. And Nomad Lounge is perfect for appetizers and specialty cocktails. If you're more of a bourbon connoisseur, perhaps the tempting Tigress should be your poison of choice, or if you prefer the taste of rum, the Night Monkey might be more your style. Price estimate at Nomad, $70. If you're traveling with that special someone, you can impress them with your carnival game mastery by winning them a stuffed dino over in Dinoland USA. You can get tokens for the sideshow games over at Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures. Price estimate $20. You've been spending so much time in Animal Kingdom that you almost forgot you're also park hopping to Magic Kingdom today. Surprise! So instead of waiting for a Disney bus, look into ordering an Uber or other rideshare service for a faster travel option. Price estimate $30. Whew, made it. And just in time for your dinner reservation over at Be Our Guest Restaurant, where you're going to be seated in either the main ballroom, the Rose Gallery, or the West Wing. Price estimate for Be Our Guest Restaurant is $135. After dinner, head back to Main Street USA for some browsing and to get pics in front of Cinderella Castle. Don't forget about Memory Maker. Before the fireworks show, you'll have time to browse a few more shops. If you find yourself in Ye Olde Christmas Shop on Liberty Square, a fun souvenir option might be a keepsake ornament to commemorate your trip together. Price estimate, $25. Okay, you won't be going into any of the parks on your second day on Disney World property. Instead, you'll be busy enjoying your hotel and all its amenities. Start your hotel day with breakfast at Ohana for an all-you-care-to-enjoy breakfast spread. Price for both of you, $70. Okay, I lied a little bit. You're not going to spend your entire day at the Polynesian. You and your partner can travel over to Disney's Palm Golf Course to play a morning round of golf. Then you can head back to the hotel. Price estimate, $170. When you arrive back at the Polynesian after your game, grab yourself a refreshing Dole Whip at Pineapple Lanai. Don't forget the rum. Price estimate is $25 for both of you. Since breakfast was so big, you probably won't mind waiting for a later lunch at Trader Sam's Grog Grotto to experience the interactive tiki bar. Get in line for the lounge around 2:30 p.m. and when Trader Sam's officially opens at 3, you can put your name on the virtual wait list. After you've hopefully successfully joined the list, you can kill some time by shopping at the boutique gift shop and purchasing some matching Polynesian-inspired teas. Price estimate, $65. If there's still more time to kill, because it could end up being a really long wait, you can relax in one of the lounge chairs alongside the beach and admire your distant view of Cinderella Castle. Okay, enough lounging. You just got the text saying a table is ready for you. Enter into the bar and enjoy random volcano blasts out the window, limping zombies, and tentacles dangling above the bar. There's a reason this place is hopping. It's a wild time. Price estimate at Trader Sam's, $90. Now it's time to go enjoy the pool before you have to get ready for your specialty fireworks cruise. The boat will be driven by a captain, so no need to worry about navigating the Seven Seas Lagoon yourself. All you need to worry about is munching on those provided snacks and soaking up the gorgeous view of the fireworks. Price estimate on this private fireworks cruise, $400. Still feel like I'm announcing the Showcase Showdown for some reason here. And now for the grand finale, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Gotta wake up early for this day to snag that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure boarding pass, which opens up at 7 a.m. on the dot. Awesome. Looks like your early morning wake-up call paid off. In this hypothetical situation, I'm putting you in group 50. Let's keep breakfast simple today with coffee and donuts over at one of several Joffrey's kiosks located around the park. Price estimate $25. While you're still waiting for your boarding group to be called, try out all the free soda samples over at Club Cool. Even the Beverly. Come on, it's the rules. And your boarding group is ready. Now you can venture on over to the France Pavilion for a ride on the new trackless dark ride in Disney World. You got some time to browse the World Showcase and take more PhotoPass pictures just a bit before lunch. While you're meandering, take some time to stop inside the Art of Disney at the American Adventure Pavilion. You might find a piece of art you've just got to take home with you. Price estimate $75. Guess where you're going for lunch today, though? That's right, Space 220. Enjoy a prefix signature dining experience 220 miles above Epcot in the Centauri Space Station, because when else are you going to get an opportunity like that? Price estimate for the two of you, $150. Once you're safely back on Earth, it's time to say goodbye to Epcot and hello to Hollywood Studios. You were probably busy making reservations for all those other fun experiences, so building a lightsaber at Savi's workshop kind of slipped through the cracks. That's okay. You can purchase a legacy lightsaber instead over at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. And sure, you don't get to customize it, but that piece of equipment still looks like the real deal. Price estimate on your lightsaber, $150. Getting parched? You can purchase a thermal detonator soda, which is Batu's version of Sprite and Coke, but in cute little spherical bottles. Price estimate on that, $10. And before wrapping up your final night at Disney, consider splitting a charcuterie board and a couple of beer flights at Baseline Tap House before making your way over to Wonderful World of Animation. Price estimate, $45. Grand total on this one, $4,927. All right, we did it. 3 itineraries all around the $5,000 mark. Again, these are simply suggestions and templates to help you as you decide how to build your perfect vacation. But hopefully you found them useful and maybe even a little bit fun. Remember, these prices are not set in stone. They're definitely rough estimates of each experience, but you can always find exact pricing on the Disney World website or on our DFB site too. If you want further advice for planning your perfect Disney World vacation, consider grabbing the DFB Ultra Mega Everything You Could Ask For online guidebook. We've got some great tips for you that get even more specific than what I covered today, and you can also sign up for our DFB newsletter to get our latest Disney vacation tips and news sent right to your inbox. To get the guidebook, head over to dfbstore.com, and don't forget to use code YouTube for a discount. To get the newsletter, totally free, you just click on the sign up link in the description of this video. Now remember, you can make these trips a lot cheaper. Every single one of them had a significant amount of souvenir buying and specialty dining experiences. We even had a fireworks cruise thrown in there. If you're like, AJ, I don't have $5,000 to throw at this right now, that's totally okay. You can actually do Disney much, much, much less expensively. We've got lots of budget videos on the channel. There are off-site hotels. You can bring your own food. There's lots of ways to have a very inexpensive trip to Disney World. We would love if you'd leave your tips in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.